And I think when you really start to realize things is when you realize that by the age of 25, you've already lived probably a quarter of your life, depending on if we're going to live until 100 or not. Hey guys, in this video, I want to talk about how you can achieve anything you want in this life. If you want to be a doctor, you could be a doctor. If you want to be a lawyer, you could be a lawyer. Shoot. If you want to be a criminal, you could be a criminal. I would highly suggest against that. But before we're able to be or do anything we want in this life, we have to basically reprogram our minds to believe that we're capable of that. And in this video, I'm going to give you 2 ways to reprogram your mind so that you're able to achieve anything you want in this life. And I think when you really start to realize things is when you realize that by the age of 25, you've already lived probably a quarter of your life, depending on if we're going to live until 100 or not. And a lot of these outside factors don't matter. Before I really started trying the things that I really wanted to try, I always felt like I needed to do everything 100% or know everything 100%. But you see, the most successful people in this world didn't know everything 100%. But what they did do is that every time they got knocked down, they came back and they fixed their mistakes, trying not to make the same mistake over and over and over. You see, success isn't just a straight line up. Success a lot of times looks like a wave, right? And I think the minute you realize that nobody cares but you in your success is the minute that you'll try a lot of different things to reach your goals. And by having that mentality of, okay, I'm not really going to worry about a lot of the outside factors, I think that'll also help you achieve your goals a little faster as well. Because truthfully, at the end of the day, nobody really cares if you fail. Yes, they'll look at you, whatever the case may be, but it isn't until you're successful that they'll really be like, oh, like, how'd you do that? When they didn't care before. And hypothetically, you do fail, right? So say you do fail at something. There's a high chance that by the next day, people won't remember it, right? So just keep pushing, start now. You don't have to be 100% ready. If you fail, then you fail. Get up and try again. And keep working towards your goals. You know, your goals some people are a little luckier. Some people reach their goals in a shorter time span than others. But, you know, sometimes it takes around 10 years for somebody to reach their goal. But start now. Don't wait until you're 60 or 70. I mean, you can wait until you're 60 or 70, but I'm saying if you're younger, right? If you're like 20, don't let all of these years go by and then you're finally like, you know what? I'm going to start now. Because I promise you, by the time you start, you still won't be ready. The only time to really get ready and understand something is to jump into it and fail. And by failing, you will become successful. And that's just how history is. And history always repeats itself. Number 2 is journaling. You see, ever since the age of 7, I've always kept a journal or a notebook. When I was younger, I just considered it a notebook. I considered it me writing down my day so that I can look back on a time that was special to me. But when you really think about journaling and in writing down specific things, you realize even subconsciously that a lot of the things you write down, if you look at it a lot, you're usually able to manifest those things. And when I go back and I look at my journal and I look at the things that I wanted to be or the things that I wanted to do when I was older, I would say around 85 to 90% of them have came true. And this is even depending on me going through hard times, not really knowing where I'm going to be in the next year or two. But when I look back at my journal, I see that everything I wrote down has basically came true. And I would really stress the importance of writing down your goals, because if you just tell yourself that you want to do something, right? But you don't give it a timeline, you see, a goal without a timeline is a dream. And you always want to have a set timeline for all your goals so that you can give yourself time to accomplish specific things that you want to accomplish. But I would also say journaling is super important. It allows you to reflect on things that you used to be, or the person you used to, or that the person you used to be, and it just allows you to continue, and it just allows you to continuously move forward and grow. And in this life, if you're not growing, what are you really doing? So always grow, journal, make sure you're reviewing your journal, make sure you're being consistent with it, and I would say start now. Starting now has to be one of the most important things you can do. You do not want to let all of this time just fade away, because when you really think about it, time is the only thing you can't really get back, right? So if you start now, the sooner you'll achieve all your goals.